Hey everybody, I'm Lucas Q Mo, and this is I Love Movies. And today we're gonna learn about making movies. So first, I was watching the YouTube the other day, and this crazy video comes on. It's like advanced camera techniques or something. And I'm watching it, and I see this thing about the Waldo technique, and I'm like, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty basic and cool. So like that would be something I could kind of teach the viewers. So we're gonna learn all about the Waldo technique plus some other fun techniques today. So here we go. Alright, so that was a wipe effect. Did you catch that? That was kind of a cool effect that you can do to just transition from one scene to the next. The Japanese director Akira Kurosawa used it a lot in his movie The Hidden Fortress, which then inspired George Lucas to use it in Star Wars, and man, did he use it a lot in Star Wars. But anyways, that's the wipe effect, man. So I'm gonna talk to you about the Waldo technique. So it's Waldo, Waldo, not like Waldo, like where's Waldo, or you know, no man, it's like Waldo. So here's what we're gonna do. The W in Waldo is a wide shot. So my cameraman here is gonna give us a wide shot. So here we go. Okay man, so I had to stand kind of still for that one because that was a wide shot that kind of gives us like a establishing scene and stuff like that, so had to stay pretty still for that. So the next thing that we're gonna do is the angled shot. So we're gonna get set up here and we're gonna show you some angles. Okay man, so that was some cool angles that you can do, and I had to stand still for those shots too, because we just gotta get those shots right, and it's better if I just stand still for those. So anyways, moving on to the next, which is the L part of Waldo, which is the low, and we actually kind of did sort of a low angle, but we can do a quick one here. My cameraman's gonna kind of pan down, and like with a low angle you get like sort of a scary kind of thing. It's like I'm a little imposing or a little bit scary, but those are low angles. And so another thing that you can do, and it's not part of the Waldo thing, but it's kind of a cool like camera technique that you can do, and it has to do with like low angles and weird stuff like that. So is the pedestal shot, and so you can actually come up or down, but we're gonna kind of go up with it this time, or actually maybe we're going down. I don't know, we'll see what the cameraman does, but I had to stand still for this one too, so here we go. Okay, so that was the cool like pedestal shot that you can do that's like a camera technique, not necessarily part of the Waldo technique, but just like a cool camera technique that you can do. Now the next part of the Waldo technique is the linking shot. And basically linking, you're just gonna like link from one thing to another. And it can be anything really. And the easiest way to do that is kind of like pan from one thing to another. So we're gonna try this out. So we're gonna pan over here for a second. And so one of our subjects is like all these CDs over here. And so then we're panning over here and we're panning back and we're panning back to me and we're panning, and then I'm the second subject here, so like we just linked me and those CDs together in one shot, like with this pan, right? So that's kind of like your linking shot. Now the next shot is what they call a depth shot, to give your shots like a lot of depth and things. So like you want sort of your foreground and your background and stuff like that. So we're gonna do one of those real quick here, but we gotta get kind of set up. So here we go. Right, so that was our depth shot, man. So like I was in the foreground and like some of my cool CDs were in the background and stuff, and so that just kind of gave it a little bit of depth, a little bit of some perspective to it, and some foreground, some background. So now the last but not least on the wall though is the opposite shot, and basically an opposite shot is just the opposite of whatever your shot is in that first shot. So like if it's facing me and then it's behind me, that would kind of be like an opposite shot. And so that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna stand real still for this next one. So here we go. Okay, so that was the opposite shot, so you could kind of see in front of me and behind me. So now what we want to do is try out this really cool camera technique, and this is sometimes called like a POV shot. So basically a POV shot is from my point of view, so it's gonna look like it's seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, so we're gonna get set up here and we'll try it. So here we go. Alright, so this is our POV shot, man. So it's kind of like I'm walking around on my chair here and I'm looking at my movies behind me, and it's all from my point of view. And so like I look around and I'm looking, and it's just like a cool point of view shot that's from my point of view. So that's basically what a POV shot is. Next we're gonna start looking at some effects. So just hold on a second, we'll get all set up. Alright, so now we're gonna try some cool special effects that you can do. And we're just gonna do some basic special effects. We don't need to do like all the crazy CGI and all that stuff that they do nowadays. Just some basic stuff. I used to really love the black and white movies, man. I still love them. I watch like lots of old movies all the time, and I just love the black and white. So what we're gonna do is just kind of do a basic black and white effect. So I'm gonna just kind of sit here and we're just gonna do some basic black and white with maybe some tint of color. Let's try it. Here we go. Alright, so now we're like in black and white, and we got a little bit of a tint of color, and it's just kind of a cool effect that you can just do, you know. It's just a real basic thing. The next thing that we're gonna try is some slow motion. But first we gotta get set up, so here we go. Alright, so that was like some basic slow motion that we could do. And you know, you just gotta do basic things, man. You don't have to do, like I said, anything major effects or anything like that. Now, another effect that we can do is actually with the audio, and it's sort of the opposite of what we did, except, like I said, with the audio now. So what I'm gonna do is kind of speed up my voice a little bit, kind of like like the Chipmunks. I used to love the Chipmunks when I was a kid. I would listen to them all the time, man. I mean, Alvin and the Chipmunks, that was some cool stuff. So like, what we're gonna do is kind of speed up my voice, just like the Chipmunks. So So here we go. So I'm gonna
just keep talking like this and talking, and it should be that all of a sudden my voice will just start sounding like a chipmunk. And so I'm talking, and I'm gonna talk some more. And yeah, man, this is kind of crazy right now, you know. So like we're just talking, and hopefully my voice will be like all speeding up and everything right now. And okay, and so I think we did the effect then. So that was kind of a cool like effect that we can do to just sort of speed up my voice. And we're gonna move on in 1 second here. We just gotta get set up one more time, so just hold on 1 second.
Alright, so that was our last special effect. It's called superimposing. And you can superimpose like clips or images or whatever you want. It's just one of those really cool effects that you can do. So we learned about the Waldo technique, we learned, some fun camera techniques, and we also learned about some basic special effects. And these are all things that you can do to just make like cool movies that you want to make. So I guess that's about all the time we have for now. And I just want to thank everybody because I had a good time just, kind of talking about making movies. So till next time, I will see you later. Alright, bye bye.